welcome to my channel. Today's topic is reclaim your power. Right now, as you are listening to these words, there is an incredible power lying dormant within you, a power that's been all along, but perhaps covered by layers of conditioning, past experiences, and limiting beliefs that have convinced you that you are somehow less than who you truly are. Today, we are going to shatter those illusions. We are going to dive deep into the quantum field of infinite possibilities and reclaim the magnificent power that is your birthright. Because here is what I know for certain, you are not a victim of your circumstances, you are the architect of your reality. The ancient wisdom tradition knew this. Modern neuroscience confirms it. And quantum physics reveals the mechanism. You have the power to literally rewire your brain. Shift your energy and transform your entire life experience from this moment forward. So, if you are ready to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be, if you are ready to reclaim your power and create a life that truly reflects your highest potential, then stay with me. Because what we are about to explore will change everything. Understanding your true nature. Let me share something profound with you. At the deepest level of reality, you are not your thoughts, you are not your emotions, you are not even your body. You are pure consciousness itself, infinite, creative, and absolutely unlimited. But here is what happens. From the moment we are born, we begin to identify with our experiences. A child touches a hot stove and thinks, I am someone who gets hurt. They are criticized by a parent and conclude, I am not good enough. Over time, these experiences create neural pathways in the brain that becomes our default programming. Neuroscience shows that by the time we are 35 to 45 years old or more than that, 95% of our thoughts, maybe 98% of our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors are running on autopilot from our subconscious mind. We are literally living from our past, recreating the same patterns, the same limitations, the same stories over and over again. But here is the breakthrough. And this is where it gets exciting. Every time you have a new thought, you're literally creating new neural connections in your brain. Every time you feel a new emotion, you're changing your body's chemistry. Every time you make a conscious choice that's different from your past, you're stepping into a new future. The field of epigenetics has shown that our genes are not our destiny. Our environment, our thoughts, our emotions, they're constantly signaling our genes to turn on or off. You have the power to influence your own genetic expression through your consciousness. This is not philosophy. This is science. You are literally quantum energy having a human experience. And when you understand this at a cellular level, everything changes. So the question becomes, if you are not your past, if you are not your conditioning, if you are not your limitations, who are you really? And what becomes possible when you step into that truth? The neuroscience of transformation. Now, let's get practical. How do you actually reclaim this power? How do you break free from the automatic programs that have been running your life? It starts with awareness. The moment you become conscious of an unconscious pattern, you have already begun to change it. But awareness alone is not enough. You need to interrupt the pattern and create a new one. Here is what's happening in your brain. Every thought you think creates a neural network. Every time you repeat that thought, you strengthen that network. Think of it like a path through a forest. The first time you walk it, you barely make an impression. But walk that same path every day for years, or days or months or weeks or whatever it is, it becomes a highway. It's simple, very, very easy. Your habitual thoughts have created super highways in your brain, but here is the incredible news. Neuroplasticity means you can recreate new pathways at any age. You can literally rewire your brain for success, for joy, for abundance, for whatever you choose. But it requires more than just thinking positive thoughts. You need to embody the change. You need to feel it in your body, because your body is in your subconscious mind. It's been keeping the score of every experience you have ever had. It may be a 35 years or year of experience, maybe the programming of those experience, maybe those experiences, experiential truth would have made an experiences of so-called the present state. When you relieve past trauma or stress, your body produces the same chemicals, stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. Your body literally becomes addicted to these familiar chemical states. But even when you want to change, your body is pulling you back to what it knows. This is why willpower alone does not work. You know very well, you have tried many times, or you have attempted many times, and you have implemented by keeping a resolution on every new year day. You're fighting against years of conditioning, against chemical addiction, against neural superhighways that want you to take you back to the familiar. But there is a way through. When you combine clear intention with elevated emotions, when you feel deep gratitude, love, or excitement about your vision for the future, you create a powerful neurochemical cocktail that literally revives your brain in real time. The heart generates an electromagnetic field 5,000 to 6,000 times stronger than the brain. When you activate heart coherence through elevated emotions, you are sending a signal to every cell in your body that change is not only possible, it's happening right now. This is your power. This is your birthright. The ability to consciously direct your thoughts, regulate your emotions, and create new neural pathways that support the life you truly want to live. Breaking the addiction to limitation. But let's be honest about what you're up against. You're not just changing thoughts, you're breaking an addiction to limitation, so-called delimitation, an addiction to the familiar, so-called delimitation to familiar. Even when the familiar does not serve you, your ego mind is designed to keep you safe, and to keep the ego safe, to keep the safe means familiar. It will fight change with everything it has. It will tell you that change is too hard, too risky, too unrealistic. It will flood you with memories of past failures, experiences, memories of experiential truth, and reasons why you cannot or can't succeed. Listen to me carefully. This is not your truth. This is just your programming trying to maintain control over yourself of unwanted things, of unwanted memories, of those experiential truths. Maybe a good memory is also be a experiential truth. One of my professor used to say, "Do your best, God will do the rest." But I always feel the excellence of doing to the outermost level creates an output of excellency. Anyway, the stories you tell about yourself, about who you are, what you're capable of, what's possible for you, these are not facts. They are just thoughts you have thought so many times that they feel like reality. But what if I told you that every limitation you believe about yourself is just an illusion? What if I told you that the only thing standing between you and the life of your dreams is the story you're telling yourself about why it's not possible? Here is what successful people understand that most don't. Your past does not equal your future unless you live there. Every morning you wake up with the power to choose who you are going to be that day. You can choose to be the person who has been hurt, limited, and defeated throughout your life or by life as you perceive. Or you can choose to be the person who's learned, grown, and become stronger because of every experience. The quality of your life is determined by the quality of the questions you ask yourself. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How is this serving my growth?" Instead of, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I succeed beyond my wildest dreams?" Your brain is a question answering machine. Give it empowering questions and it will find empowering answers. Give it limiting questions, it will give limiting answers. Give it delimitation questions, it will give delimitation answers, and it will find evidence of your or for your limitations. Right now, I want you to feel this truth in your bones or whole body. You're not broken. You don't need to be fixed. You're perfect, whole, and complete exactly as you are. And from this place of wholeness, you have the power to create anything you desire. Every master, every leader, every person who has ever achieved greatness started exactly where you are right now with a decision to stop living from their past and start living from their future, known called present. So it is called a present moment, a decision to reclaim their power and step into their greatness. The practice of conscious creation. So, how do you make this practical? Very interesting question, isn't it so? How do you actually step into this power and start creating the life you want? First and foremost, it begins with meditation or whatever you call prayer or according to their religious belief. Okay, it's completely on individual basis, but not the kind of meditation where you empty your mind. This is creative meditation where you become so clear about who you want to become that you actually begin to embody that person before it manifests in your physical reality. Here is the process. First, you must get clear on your vision, not just what you want to achieve, but who you want to become. What would do the greatest version of yourself think? How would they feel? How would they move through the world? How would they handle challenges? How would they treat themselves and others? Second, you elevate your emotional state. You cannot or you can't create a new future by feeling the emotions of the past. You must generate the feelings of how having already achieved your vision. Feel grateful as if it's already happened. Feel excited about the journey. Feel love, that to unconditional love for the person you are becoming. This is not fantasy. This is quantum mechanics. I love quantum mechanics. I love quantum physics. I love quantum possibilities. I love quantum infinite possibilities also. In the quantum field, all possibilities exist simultaneously. The one that manifests is the one you give your energy and attention to. When you combine clear intention with elevated emotion, you are literally selecting your future from the field of infinite possibilities. Third, you must take inspired action. The universe responds to energy in motion. When you align your thoughts, feelings, and action with your vision, you become a magnet for the people, opportunities, and the resources you need. But here is the key: you must be willing to let go of how it's supposed to happen. The universe is far more creative than your limited mind you can imagine. Your job is to hold the vision and trust the process with conviction. Every single day, you have thousands of opportunities to choose your future over your past. When faced with a challenge, you can react from your old programming or you can respond from your vision of who you are becoming. When someone triggers you, you can default to your automatic emotional patterns, or you can pause, breathe, and choose a response that align with your higher self. When fear arises, you can let it stop you, or you can feel the fear and move forward anyway. Knowing that courage is not the absence of fear, it's feeling the fear and taking action despite it. This is how you reclaim your power, not through one giant leap, but through thousands of small conscious choices that slowly but surely revive your brain and transform your life. Now let's understand the integration and embodiment. The ancient masters understood something that modern self-help often misses. True transformation happens in the body, not just the mind. You must embody the change you want to see. This means changing how you stand, how you breathe, how you move through spaces. Your physiology directly influences your psychology. When you change your posture, you change your chemistry. When you change your breathing, you change your state. Practice living in your body as if your vision has already manifested. How does the successful version of you walk? How do they breathe? How do they interact with others? Start being that person now. not when your external circumstances change. Because here is the truth that will set you free. You don't attract what you want, you attract who you are. When you become the person who naturally has what you desire, the having becomes inevitable. This is why gratitude is so powerful. When you are genuinely grateful for what you have, you are vibrating at the frequency of abundance, and the universe responds to that frequency by bringing you more to be grateful for. This is why unconditional love, so called love, transforms everything. When you love yourself unconditionally, when you love yourself so much, when you love your journey, you love your life. When you love your life, life loves you. Life loves you with so much that it creates miracles. When you love even your challenges as opportunities for growth, you align with the creative force of the universe itself. You're not here by accident, you're here for a purpose. The purpose of life is to lead a life of purpose. You have gifts, talents, and abilities that the world needs, but you can only give what you have claimed for yourself. So I challenge you, stop playing small. Stop hiding behind your excuses. Stop waiting for permission to be great. The world does not need another person playing it safe. The world needs you at your fullest expression. It needs your unique gifts. It needs your authentic power. I always believe that. I love that. Authenticity always triumphs. Your time is now, your moment is here. Everything you have experienced, every triumph, every failure, every joy, every pain has prepared you for this moment of choice. Choose power over powerlessness. Choose growth over comfort. Choose love over fear. Choose to reclaim the magnificent being that you are and always have been. As we close, now I want you to make a commitment not to me, but yourself, but to yourself. Again, I'm saying not to me. Okay. Commit to one small action you will take today that moves you towards reclaiming your power. Maybe it's starting a meditation practice or prayer or whatever it is, it according to your religious belief. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation you have been avoiding. Maybe it's simply looking in the mirror and acknowledging the incredible being looking back at you. Whatever it is, do it with consciousness, do it with intention, do it with authenticity, do it with gratitude, do it with love. And remember this, every master was once a beginner. Every expert, so-called masters, was once a novice. The only difference between those who transform their lives and those who don't is the willingness to begin and the commitment to continue. Your power has never left you. It's been waiting patiently for you to remember. Today is the day you stop forgetting and start remembering who you truly are. The journey of reclaiming your power begins with a single step. Take that step today. Your future self is waiting. Thank you for allowing me to share this journey with you. Until next time, remember, you are powerful beyond measure. You have infinite potential, and the world needs what you have to offer. Thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next video.